Namaskaram. If you're familiar with Isha, you would be familiar with this Namaskaram. This is what they do at Isha Center. I went to Isha Jaipur in towards the end of Jan, and I did my innerengineering program there. And I just wanted to make this video to tell you exactly how I felt there, what was my experience like, and what are the changes. I think that's what a lot of people wonder about, if there are any changes after you go through this program. So I will cover all these things, but mostly I'm going to just share my experience and maybe you'll find some value in it. So it's been almost 70-80 days, I guess, and I have been doing SHAMBHAVI Mahamudra every day. I just wanted to make this video so that I can tell you exactly how it has changed me, how it has impacted me personally, and also what I observed there. Because I didn't just go there to have this 4-day vacation, but I actually wanted to explore what this was all about. Because I've seen Sadguru in a lot of YouTube videos, as you might have as well. And I had all these questions. So what is this program all about? What exactly are they going to teach? I have heard about Shambhavi Mahamudra and I had some basic idea that it is going to be some meditation technique, but I didn't do my research. And there was a reason why I didn't do it, because I didn't want to have any kind of biases or influences. So I just went there, and because I have a very inquisitive mind, I started observing the moment I parked my car in the parking lot itself. So I remember while entering, there were like 4 or 5 young guys standing there with their arms folded, and they were saying Namaskaram, and it felt like, okay, that's nice. But then when I entered, I realized that everyone was like that itself. It wasn't something it wasn't like a show people were putting up. People were actually very polite there. And this will hit you if you ever attend this workshop, whatever you might call it. Volunteers there are the first thing that you are going to notice. And for a very good reason. So these people are no different people than you and I. These are the people who attended the last or the one before that, the sessions which happened in engineering programs. And these are the people who are just volunteering now, because you cannot attend, if in case you didn't know, you cannot attend the engineering program as a participant again. So you can just do it one time, and if you want to do it again, you have to do it as a volunteer. So these people who have already attended this program, there was a drastic difference between these people and the people who were actually participating, people like me. So these people were very humble, very polite, and there was something different about them, and you can tell instantly. So I was intrigued. Okay, why are they like that? Are they putting up a show? I had a lot of questions in my mind after interacting with 3 or 4 volunteers. Okay, anyways, moving on. So the first day happens. They just tell you a brief about what the program is going to be like. They don't tell you exactly what they're going to do. They will just tell you that you have to be 100% in. You have to be punctual. You cannot be late. Otherwise, you'll not be allowed to attend the whole sessions. And basically, they will not tell you exactly what the program is going to be like. But it's just that they will prep you that it is going to be something intensive. And your life could change for the better if you devote next 3 days completely. So yeah, that was like the first day. So the next day I go, and they start with some yogasans. So the reason why they make you do these yogasans is because they are trying to prep you for the actual Shambhavi Mahamudra, which is like a 21-minute activity. I'll come to that later, but they make you do a couple of yogasans, and these are like preceding yogasans you're supposed to do every time you do Shambhavi Mahamudra. So that was the second day, about nothing special. The third day is basically the full day, from 6 a.m. to almost 8 p.m. It's like 10 hours. And in that day, you will actually realize what this is all about. Because I vividly remember one particular activity. In that activity, what they made us do was they played some music, and they just asked you to close your eyes, and you're not supposed to open your eyes. And I think they also give you some blindfolds in case you don't have some handkerchief or something. So you are not supposed to basically open your eyes till the music stops. And they will dim the curtains or whatever you call it. Like it would be dark kind of inside. And a lot of people would be there, of course. In my batch, I think there were like 50-60 people, something like that. And all of us blindfolded, and we are standing there. And then they played some music, and then they just told you to move your body. Just move your body the way you want to, just let it flow. And believe me not, it's such a simple thing, but it was magical. I'm not a very good dancer or anything, but I was like enjoying. I was just moving my fingers, arms, legs, pinkies of my legs, and every single part. You're supposed to just flow in the air. And once the music stops, it takes like good 15-20 minutes. After that, once you open your eyes, they make you sit before they make you open your eyes. So once you open your eyes, you will find yourself at a completely different place. I was like 3 rows back, facing the completely other way around, and everyone was like that. And it was such a wonderful experience. It was like I don't know how to explain this, but it's something like you feel you are not just your body. You could feel the energy in the room. You could feel that whatever you went through in the last 15-20 minutes, everyone shares the same energy. Everyone is quiet. No one is saying anything. Some people are crying. And the experience in itself was amazing. And another highlight of the session was basically they will tell you a very simple thing. And it's not something that you don't know already. So the thing is that they will make you realize that all you have is now. And what I mean by that is, you don't have the past. Whatever I have said in the beginning of this video, it's already done. It's in past. And in future, there is nothing in future. I don't know what I'm going to do in future. What I have is present. And if I fix my present, if I pay attention to what I'm doing right now, it automatically fixes the past and the future. How? So basically, whatever I'm saying, this is going to be the past. It's already past now. And if I continuously only focus on the things I'm doing presently, I'll do the same thing in future as well. So I'm fixing not just my past, I'm fixing my future as well. So this thinking, it might seem very simple to you right now, but there you will actually understand what it means. And this was a huge realization for me. Because in everyday, people keep telling you live in the moment, live in the now. But when you actually realize that there is nothing else besides now, literally no one can live in the past or the future, your whole mindset, your whole paradigm shifts. And it's such an amazing thing. So that was another highlight for me in that session. So besides these two things, I'll just come to the actual highlight of the whole program, which is SHAMBHAVI Mahamudra, and how it has impacted me. Most of you are actually here just for that. So it's basically not one activity. It's a combination of 5 or 6 different activities which you do in a sequence, and together in 21 minutes you end up performing basically a complex meditative activity. I would say I wouldn't call it just a meditation, because I don't think it's a meditation, because you can maybe call it meditation, but I would rather call it a meditative activity where you are actively involved as well, but you also lose the sense of time. And sometimes this 21 minute can easily turn into hours. So I'll just give you a brief what it is all about. So of those 21 minutes, the first 4 or 5 minutes are just a breathing exercise. Then the next 5 minutes is chanting. Then again, next 3 minutes are again a type of breathing. And then you perform I would say 1 minute or maybe even less than 1 minute, a type of breathing activity which is like kind of hard. It's not very easy to do. For that's why they are prepping you for all these 3 days, so that you can actually do it. Otherwise you won't be able to perform it at one go. Even after learning it, you won't be able to perform it for at least next 20 days. It's very difficult. But now I can do it obviously, but initially it might seem very difficult. So yeah, and you should also not do it by just watching someone do it on internet. It's not safe. So you do it for 1 minute, followed by again a type of visualization activity for the next 5 or 6 minutes. So together it constructs a 21-minute pattern or an activity, and that activity and those 21 minutes, whatever is packed on those 21 minutes, you can use it in any way that you actually want. It's not something that will give the same result to everyone, because for me personally, it has been a game changer when it comes to sleeping. So I have been using this thing for last 50-60 days. Just before I sleep, I do this as the last thing of my day. And when I do this, I'll kid you not, my sleep has improved dramatically. Before this, I used to take at least maybe 20-30 minutes or sometimes an hour or 2 hours, because there's some chatter going on in my head all the time. Especially when you are lying on your bed. You guys can relate, right? You lie on your bed and all the thoughts from all over the world start popping in your head and you just can't sleep. And after doing this thing as the last thing of my day, I sleep within 5 minutes. And I'm not lying, trust me, for the last 50-60 days, I have not stayed on my bed awake more than 5 minutes after performing this activity. So you are supposed to do this in Ardha Siddhasana. It's a position, sitting position. I just perform this and I don't even open my eyes. I just lie down, straighten my legs, and I'm done. In 5 minutes, I wake up next day. So what exactly is the benefit for me personally, if you ask? It has improved my sleep quality by 1000%. And just because my sleep has improved, I have a lot of energy throughout the day. And when you have energy, you can do things. So in that way, it has been a game changer for me, 100%. And if you combine this with the realization that you only really have now, and now you also have the energy to do things, and you know that you don't really have time in future or in past, you can make use of this time now. So overall, I would say the whole experience, I would recommend it to every single person. The language is in Hindi, the course language in Jaipur at least. So it's not like there's a language barrier. And if you want to do it in English, you can go to Coimbatore or some other place. And they also do it in regional languages. So there is no barrier. Anyone who wants to do it can go for it. And for me personally, I am glad that I took the decision to do it. And I would definitely recommend you to try it out as well. It's great. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. And with that, yeah, see you on to the next one.